Hey, this is Chris with Holland Assets. Today, I want to talk a little bit about safety. I was recently in a safety management meeting with the Utah Trucking Association. One of the Utah Highway Patrolmen was going over statistics for the year so far. There had only been one fatality in the month of January on Utah roads that involved commercial vehicles, which is lower than normal. And it kind of got me to thinking, this is the worst time of the year as far as road conditions typically go within the state of Utah, yet there was only one accident that caused a fatality. And statistically throughout the year, the most dangerous time to drive on Utah roads is between Memorial Day and Labor Day. So they call it the 100 days of summer. And that really should be about the safest time to drive. It's lightest, longest during the day. There's typically not very many weather events, yet that's when we have the biggest amount of accidents. And I started thinking, so why is that? And I think it really boils down to a couple of things. One of the big ones being complacency. When we're driving in bad road conditions, we typically tend to be focused because we know the conditions are bad. We know any little thing can cause a problem. And so we're super focused on what we're doing and we pay attention. We don't let ourselves get distracted by other things. We're probably even a little bit nervous, and so our senses are just hyper aware. And then when we're driving in the summertime and it's sunny outside, we have a tendency, I think, to become complacent. Or when we're driving in a parking lot when we don't think there's anything really that we need to worry about, we become complacent. And so one of the things that we need to challenge ourselves to do is to avoid that complacency and then to drive appropriately for the conditions. And that's why in the wintertime, in my experience at Holland Assets, we've had fewer accidents in the winter because we're driving for the conditions. And those conditions change all the time. It's not just the conditions of the road or the road surface. It's the conditions of us as a driver. Are we tired? Are we fatigued? If we're fatigued, we may need to take a break and take a rest. It's always better to pull off the road, take a little bit of a break so that you're not tired. It could be a condition of the vehicle. Is there something wrong going on with the vehicle? Rather than trying to keep pushing it, we need to get that addressed and resolved. So the conditions can just really be anything. We just need to adjust based on what is going on with us, what is going on with our equipment, and what is going on around us. If we can avoid that complacency, we're much less likely to get in any kind of accident.